Yeah, I talking about Yellow Beezy done sued that boy. What's his name? Uh, what's the young boy name? Rainwater. Rainwater and sued Yellow Beezy because they say for a hip replacement. Whack 100 for the break it down. Lay him.
You mentioned that you were in a walker, correct?
Yes.
Can you kind of walk us through the timeline because you said you had a hip replacement? So the injury, the injury happened in January, correct?
Right.
And your hip was popped back into place, correct?
Yes.
How many weeks of treatment did you go through?
I want to say at least 2 to 5 months.
Well, which
Give or take.
that's a big gap. You said 2 to 5 months of therapy.
Yes, there might be 2 to 4 months.
When did you start therapy?
I started therapy in February.
The beginning of February.
Yes, maybe the end of January to February, close to the beginning of February.
Okay. And how often did you go to rehab or therapy?
At one point in time, I was going every other day, or maybe every day. Well, every other day. I think it was Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Okay. And what would they do for you at those therapy sessions?
It was long days of walking, massages, just a bunch of exercises.
Okay, exercises for what? To get that muscle strong again?
Yeah. Yes, and get the reflection back to
Get the what?
like the reflection or at the time my hip actually didn't extend like it was, and I was walking wobbly, and so they were just trying to get everything, the muscles and I guess the nerves back working right.
Okay. And you did that going up every other day for how long? Till like what month?
I want to say May. I want to say May.
So May. You would go twice a week or 3 days a week?
Yes.
And did the same thing every day?
Yes.
And did you see any improvement?
I did, but I wasn't 100% like I was before the injury.
And you're saying during this time from February to May, you didn't do any work at all?
No.
Were you on your social media at all?
Yes.
What were you on your social media for? Was it personal, or did you do anything else, business or promotion wise?
At the time before the passing of my artist, my social media wasn't used for promotion. His social media was the number one promotion social media that we used. So at the time wasn't able to do anything.
So after May, what happened next with your injuries or your rehab?
After May, and I was believing it was almost. I believed that I thought that everything would go back to regular. Then I got news after May. I guess around August or late July that I had to get a whole entire hip replacement.
And who told you that?
The doctors.
And what was the reason that for a whole new hip replacement?
I believe something in healed right. Oh, it's something was cracked. And I think the doctor would have to tell you the right information and language for that.
You weren't feeling any pain at that time? Or you thought you were better, you said?
I was still feeling pain. I wasn't able to tie my shoes. I wasn't able to pick up my kids. I wasn't able to, I still felt pain.
Okay, so what?
And I knew my lifestyle that I lived before the injury. I couldn't still do the same thing. Just walking up the stairs in my house. I wasn't able to do that, especially exercising. I was a guy who played basketball, and no way I was able to do that. So I let the doctor explain what was going on for the reason I couldn't do anything like that. It was the most painful thing I ever endured in my life. And I couldn't lay down.
And what time period did you have to use a cane?
For a while, even up to this day, some days I had to walk with a cane.
Still work with a cane. Going to the night of that fight that took place, you were saying when you pulled up, you came from another club, correct?
Yeah.
Did you drive there or did you walk there?
Did I walk where? To Beezy?
Yes.
I walked to Beezy.
From the other club?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the name of the other club?
Ecstasy.
Okay, when you walk up, did you walk up by yourself?
By myself.
Was there a large gathering of people at the front of Beezy when you walked up?
In the parking lot, is it? Like, yes, sir.
Were there, I guess to kind of give some context to the jury, was there a lot of people around the doorway of the club?
No, sir. It was just a bunch of security guards.
Only security guards and no people at all?
Nah, just, as I recall, I was focused on the security guards and getting inside the club.
And your testimony was that just out of nowhere, Mr. Marquis walked out and you came face to face with him?
No, I never said out of nowhere.
Okay, so where did he come from when you first saw him?
Inside. It came from inside the building.
So you're telling the jury that he walked inside?
He ran from inside the building. And my testimony was a security guard said, hold on, and got on the microphone and said, Rainwat's here.
Okay, and at that point he came running out the building.
About 45 seconds to a minute and a half later.
Sprinting out just to go straight after you.
I guess I don't know. As I seen his face, I just took off running.
Okay, but your testimony is that he came and then went straight to you. Is that correct?
Yes, he just came straight towards my way. I just took off running.
And you have absolutely no reason on why he would come straight running at you in that manner, full speed?
At that time, no. I'm just out there trying to promote more free music. We just dropped a song called Broken Love, and with Kevin Gates, and I was just trying to promote.
If you have no reason to have any fear or anything like that, why would you take up in a sprint like that?
I'm glad I did.
No, but that doesn't answer my question. Why would you do that?
I'm not sure. I'm glad I did. Something in my body just told me that you're not in a safe situation.
But why would your body tell you that?
As you can see what happened, I just had to get out of there. And these are, and at the time, listening to rap lyrics, it was just a dangerous situation. So I thank God that I got the ability to get out of there at that parking lot.
Okay, you made a reference to rap lyrics. What rap lyrics are you referring to?
Just hip hop period. Hip hop period. It just hip hop period.
Okay, well, sir, you chose to work with hip hop, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so again, going back to the original, what would cause you to have the fear you had to take off in a dead sprint like you did?
After seeing an individual was running towards me, and the comments that I heard behind, get him, there he is. Something that I needed to run to a safe place where it was lights and cameras. So the reputation of what was going back and forth in the hip hop industry, I just needed to get the light.
So are you telling the jury that anytime at any event that you go to or any club, you take off running like that if there's another hip hop artist?
If I know it's a conflict of interest or anybody I work with, yes. Artists that have the reputation of being dangerous.
In 6 years, you probably, doing promotions, have been to quite a number of concerts, events, promotions, and things of that nature, right?
And I have never ran into something like that night. I have never been to something like that night. I've been around the hip hop industry and never seen anything like that.
The feeling is that, if I'm mistaken, please let me know, the bouncers alerted my client to you being outside, and then he just came flying, sprinting straight out the door and going straight to you?
Right to me.
And you have no explanation of idea why he had that feeling towards you?
Man, what's going on at all?
Even though y'all had fights in the past?
I didn't know what's going on. Apparently that night, I didn't know what was going on.
Do you recall sneak punching him that night?
That night? No. No. I never did, no.
You never punched him and ran off that night?
No.
Why? What makes you laugh to that?
Because he was running towards me at the door. No.
And you didn't sucker punch him and run off?
No.
Okay. Have you ever sucker punched him before and ran off?
Not that I can recall that night. That night I was just in fear of my life.
But why would you be in fear for your life? If there's nothing there, nothing going.
Just the reputation, the going back and forth in the hip hop industry, the vibe. It was it was a dark vibe that night. I'm not sure what was going on. So.
But you just said it was a beautiful thing when you walked into the parking lot and people were taking photos of you.
Yes, but closer to the door, it was just the vibe changed.
Do you recall the moment you first fell during the altercation?
No, I can't recall anything, man. I was kicked in the head numerous of times. I can't recall anything.
Okay. Looking back at the video, it looks like you were struck a punch and then a kick or two from my client and then a couple from other ones. Do you recall the exact moment your hip hurt or you felt a pain in your hip?
No, sir, I can't recall.
There also appeared to be a situation in time when another gentleman ran up and tackled you to the ground. Do you recall that moment in the fight?
I viewed it, but I couldn't recall it at the time. I didn't know what was going on. I felt like I was just getting, I just felt like I just wanted to get out of the situation.
In that scene, that it looks like the gentleman tackled you and actually fell on top of you when you were on the side of your hip that was hurt. Could that have been the moment your hip got hurt?
No, I can't recall.
You can't recall?
At the time, the feelings, no.
So you had no idea of the pain until you tried to stand up?
No, I knew the pain the way I first felt.
When you got picked up, you were taken to the hospital, correct?
Yes.
And you're saying during that time, you never had any thoughts of filing a police report or calling the police?
Yeah, I was just I was just in fear at the time after hearing rap lyrics about snitching and what happened to snitches that I was, man, I was scared. I was really scared about the reputation of dangerous people that get snitched on.
This nigga Rainwat
So-
ain't scared.
That's why you didn't call the police that night?
Yes.
Now with these Dallas niggas, Brock, you know, at the end of the day, my nigga, you know, these Texas niggas, at the end of the day, Brock, these Texas shit, my nigga, like you being here, but you got Texas shit like Texas, Harlan in Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like you niggas got the motherfucking spurs on the back of your Air Forces, nigga, jumping out the motherfucking whip, nigga, like it's king of horsepower, and now niggas is on in the motherfucking courtroom, my nigga, what's going on in Texas, nigga?
Hey, Wack. Stop it, nigga. Just get out the motherfucking game. You a cornball too, nigga.
Nigga, I thought you was a man Texas, nigga. 45, 10, 16, 287, Spurs 291. Nigga, what's going on, my nigga?
290, all that. But look, I ain't gonna lie. You know Rainwater civilian, so he's doing his job.
No, listen. So listen, I hate to say it. It's not funny, but because we know Rainwater,
Yes.
hearing that nigga up here talk, I was scared. Yeah, I was just scared.
We expected it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Wack. The nigga said he's not a street nigga. He done said that shit multiple times.
So the lawyer, so you see the lawyer trying to play him like he a street nigga and trying to play him like, so you run away from
He
people.
Yeah, he said, yeah, man, I don't deal with rap. Yeah, my artist, they all beat there.
In country.
Country.
Hey, Wack, but look, we were trying to figure out why would the lawyer say, but they're streaming on YouTube. I think that he put it out there because he thought that Rainwater might have been like, damn, everybody's listening in or some shit like that because she had said
First of all, who you think sent me the link, nigga? Rainwater.
Right.
All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Y'all let me know.
That's what's going on, man. Well, Rainwater, no, man. Rainwater, yellow. With the yellow belly.